So the Baltimore Ravens have won the Jeremy Maclin sweepstakes, signing the wide receiver to a 2-year deal. Not sure about the money yet. Haven't heard about the money yet. I'm curious about how much he got paid. Now, according to Josina Anderson of ESPN, apparently the decision of Maclin came down between the Ravens and the Eagles, and the Ravens won. So there it is. Wow. So the Eagles were one of the final two teams, according to Josina Anderson, for Maclin services. All right, so so I've done a bunch of videos already on Maclin, so I'll keep this one short. But apparently the Ravens did a lot of recruiting for him. Apparently, I think he visited Tony Jefferson's house, hung out with a bunch of guys for an NBA Finals game, saw Steve Smith. I think even there was a local restaurant that offered him crab cakes for life. And quite frankly, if you offered me crab cakes for life, I'm taking that deal. Hell yeah. Freaking love crab cakes. But you look at the fit for Baltimore, obviously a team that's lacking some wide receivers. I'm curious to see where Maclin plays. Is he going to be a slot guy? Is he going to be in the slot? Because you got Mike Wallace and you got Brashad Perriman. So do you play him in the slot? Or do you bump one of those guys out of the starting lineup and you play him outside? Brashad Perriman struggles, and you play Maclin outside. Macklin's a great route runner, so I think he would be able to play in the slot. He's obviously not quick anymore, 29 now, but man, I like the fit there because Maclin is great on his intermediate routes, especially the deep out routes, the post routes, stuff like that. And Flacco's got a gun, and I'm looking for that Maclin Flacco connection on the deep out routes. That's something that we're going to see a lot of. So Perriman is garbage. Maclin will take that spot. I mean, I agree, but they're going to give Perriman every chance in the world because that was their first-round pick. So we really don't know if Perriman is trash because he's been hurt. So it's kind of like the Laquan Treadwell thing in Minnesota. Just because he hasn't played doesn't mean he's a bust. We'll see. Kevin White is another example, has been hampered by injuries. We don't know if he's a bust yet. I mean, it's not looking good. I mean, I don't like Perriman, but just saying. So Eagles don't get Maclin, not a surprise, but according to Josina Anderson, they were one of the last two teams. So Buffalo was, kind of not really in the mix, it seems like. So that's pretty crazy stuff. Other than that, I mean, not really much else to say. If you want to really get my thoughts on Maclin, watch some of my other videos. I would have loved the Eagles to get Maclin, not going to lie. I mean, I know that the Eagles already had bodies, but I did feel like if Maclin would have gotten brought in here, he would have immediately became the second-best receiver on your team, and he already knows the playbook. He's got the history with Doug Peterson. I think it would have been a seamless fit. I would have cut Torrey Smith. I would have brought in Maclin. Macklin's better than Smith, but that's just me. Anyway, it doesn't matter now. He's with Baltimore now, and there you go. So, what are your thoughts on the Eagles' wide receivers? It's a solid group. I don't think it's as great as everyone's making it out to be. I mean, I love Alshon Jeffrey. I think Jordan Matthews is overrated. Torrey Smith, we'll see what happens, how he bounces back. And then you got Nelson Aguilar and a bunch of rookies, so we'll see. I think Torrey Smith is a big X factor this year. If he can play up to, his capabilities of what he was at in Baltimore, then the wide receivers might be in the top half of the league. So we'll see. I'm not like I think Eagles fans think this receiving core is better than he can say Alshon will be a monster, but Aguilar is the GOAT. I wonder if that's a joke. Okay, well, that's it. I got no more questions. All right, I'm out of here. Jeremy Maclin to the Ravens. See ya. Should have given him free crab cakes. Probably would have come here.